Welcome back. So this will be a follow-up. During my previous video, I compared the following toy robot case study over here. So this was generated within multiple solutions. So we have CSM, we have Tripo, we have Rodin Hyper3D, Viscom, and I also added Hitem3D now. And I also generated the same robot using Rodin Gen 2. And we're going to see over here that the improvements are really huge. So this will be the mesh. As you can see over here on the right side, we have the original models. So we have CSM, Rodin, Tripo, and Viscom. If I'm going to select all of those, they will each be highlighted over here. Now, regarding the overall details of the model, we're going to see that with the texture, they look that they had quite a lot of details, but mostly those were embedded within the texture. So we see over here with Tripo, it had over here some details on the leg, but those are only within the texture. Over here we have the following model. As you can see it over here, this also had those with Viscom. So it had a little bit of geometry, but not that much. We have the following model, which is Rodin the first generation. Again, this will be smooth over here with the details, and this will be quite low poly, so only 16K faces. And we have the CSM model over here. Again, it will not have those details. But now let's compare those two models that were generated now. So this will be the first one. This was generated with Hitem3D. I will also jump over here on the platform. And as you can see, this will be the output. Regarding the texture over here, maybe for the face, it would have been a little bit better. But what I like about this is the fact that the hands will be really well detailed. So we see over here, even though it has multiple fingers, so 5 over here with the thumb, over here some of those are merged, but the overall quality is really good for this. If I'm going to put the textures off, we're going to see that some of those details for the leg will also be embedded within the geometry. And the same will be over here for the chest. Even though some of those will be quite, let's say, extruded, normal to the surface on a longer distance, the model is really impressive. The output with Hitem3D. Now, if I'm going to jump over here, this is the model created with Rodin. And as you can see over here, for the overall texture, for the eyes, it is a little bit better than the one over here. Over here, we lacked details, so the white areas within the display of the robot. Over here, it's a lot better. And if I'm going to go over here and I want to see this geometry, let's say the shading, we're going to see that those details will be embedded again directly over here. And overall, I like the fact that the mesh from Rodin is a lot more smoother. We see over here with the details on the chest, the ones on the leg. And as you can see over here within the reference image, it had those details over here while it had a text on the other side. And the output meshes will look like this. So if I'm gonna zoom in over here, this is the Hyper3D one. So over here it should have a text, but considering that, it's really amazing. Sorry, this is the Hitem 3D model, not the Hyper3D. This is that one, and as we can see, it has a little bit of text. Now, regarding the overall details of the model, this will only have 500,000 faces, while this one will have 2 million. As we can see, the robots are not exactly the same scale, but we can easily scale those around and see the overall size. But again, we're going to see those details over here for the thumb. Maybe within the model over here made with Rodin, the thumb is connected with the other fingers. So within the reference, it was a little bit close to that, but it still had a little bit of gap that is visible because we can see a little bit of that arm. Still, I'm really impressed both by Hitem3D and also by Rodin Gen 2 output over here. And this will be the meshes, and as we can see, the one made from Rodin will be a little bit more smoother. If I will also shade this, auto smooth will look like this. shade smooth like this and flat like this. We still have some additional geometry over there. We have over here a detail onto the arm. Over here, those will be more visible. Now, regarding the shading, if I'm going to shade this flat, it will look like this. If I'm going to shade this smooth, like this. The main advantage of Hitem3D is that it has a lot more geometry. But overall, I feel like I like the geometry over here on Rodin a little bit better. We're going to see from the back, the model will look like this. So again, if I will jump to the reference, it shouldn't have that added element over here. So we have over here on the back something like this. And the model made by Hitem3D will only have it over here, a little bit on the arm. This also has something further extended over here. So that's where creativity acted for the generative AI with Rodin. Now, regarding the legs, if you're going to take a look over here at the legs created by Rodin, one of that is a little bit weird. So it will be highly elongated, while the one from Hitem3D will look like this. So they will be quite symmetrical in this case. The other model made by Rodin, the first generation, had the following legs. So it was a little bit better in terms of that. It only had this over here for the back. So there are some areas of the output that I really like about Rodin, but also some of them that I really like on the model on Hitem3D. So I'm really curious, what is your opinion regarding this? Which model do you consider to have output of the best mesh in this case? And also, I have compared it with the other tools. Some of those tools have some updates, so they can also output higher meshes, and I will also do a comparison with that as well. Now, I also want to check over here the overall manifolds within the model. So we have the Hitem3D model, which is this one. I will just hide Rodin for now. And I want to go over here within Mesh Doctor in order to see what kind of geometry Hitem3D outputs. So if there are many manifolds, we see that there are non-manifold edges, there are no self-intersections, there are a high amount of spikes. So mostly those details that I discussed over here on the chest are considered spikes, since they are quite extruded from the normal surface. There are some small tunnels, but overall the mesh is really good, so it doesn't have any problems. Now, if I'm going to check the one from Rodin, let me hide that, and I will use the same mesh analyzer over here. We're going to see that the output geometry over here from Rodin has one non-manifold edge, 52 self-intersections, and one small hole. So that's something that I wasn't expecting. So let's see that small hole is over here on the back, as we can see it. No, that's a texture. Usually they are highlighted with red. So the models over here, the Mesh Doctor says that it has a hole, but I can actually find it. And even with that selected, if I will click update, non-triangle will be selected. So actually, I think that it will not have any holes over here. Now, if I will have all of those processed, I can hit apply, and we're going to see how that will start process. But again, that small hole is not actually visible on the mesh. Maybe it's a little bit hidden and I missed that. But overall, the mesh quality for both models are really great in this case. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this kind of content. As you can see, GeoMagick cleared that quite well. So we only have over here a little bit of self-intersection, some spikes. Especially over here, where I also discuss that thumb hitting the fingers will have that intersection, and that needs to be adjusted over here. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this content. please consider to leave me some comments, because I'm really curious if you tried Hitem3D or Rodin, because both models output some really high quality meshes. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching.